Good evening, wonderful viewers from wherever you're watching us from. It's Wednesday, the 25th of September 2024 here in our studios. It's 9 o'clock in Banjul, and this is the interesting edition of A Youth Dialogue, and I am your host, Jul Denjai. Last week we were talking about migration issues, and we had a Bagweri Tony here, who narrated his story and some of the ordeals that he had gone through, and how he was able to get his life back and then break barriers. This time around we're talking about leadership, and joining me to discuss this I have the newly elected president of the African Youth Union, who is Mr. Ousmane Jallow, and he will help us discuss these things. What is the union all about? When was it established? And their mandate. So good evening, Mr. Jallow, and congratulations for your election.
Yeah, thank you very much, Julie Njai. Once again, I am Ousmane Jallow from SOM, and I also congratulate you for this is a victory for all of us. Yes, because hence we are Gambians, and also as you said, this is the Africa Youth Union and platform the Youth Dialogue. So here at QTV, I'm just thanking all the staffs for QTV and your boss too, So as you also, I'm thanking you for giving me an opportunity for this program.
So you were newly elected as the president of the African Youth Union. Yeah. Give us a brief history of this union. When was it established, and why was it established in the first place?
Okay, Julden Jai, as you said, I'm the new elected president of Africa Youth Union. When I get into the membership to be part of the Africa Youth Union, I was told that this union, it was established in 2015. Okay. And the headquarters is in Kenya, and on the J. Musa, there's his name, the way he stated, under the Christianity is Joseph, and but in the Muslim side, his name is Musa. So that's why he put there just J. Musa, and he's the person who have come up with this idea to make sure that he have already united all the Africans. That is the purpose of forming this union. So to remove the barriers between the South African people to the West African people, neither the Central or South or not. That was the issue. He came up with this idea, and with his members, people around Kenya there in the eastern part, both Uganda, Rwanda, and other side. So to form this union and invite the rest of the members from the sub-regions. As you know, we have 5 sub-regions within the Africa, and there is Central Africa, and East Africa, North Africa, South Africa, and West Africa. So all these sub-regions accepted the ideas, and they have been representatives in both sides. So here, and the representative for West Africa, it was in Ghana, and they were there, moderating for them, they were just meeting to discuss how the African youth can be assist, rather than, engaging on these illegal migration issues and drug. So that was the main reason, the moment they formed the union. Yeah.
So it was formed in 2015, 9 years down the line. What have been the achievement of the African Youth Union?
Well, the moment I get into and they told me that for them, they just discuss among themselves within the sub-regions representative, the secretariat. So, but the moment I get in, I didn't even find anything they have achieved, because
no achievements were registered.
Yeah, for them, the way they are, ensuring their registration is for them they have normal application. They have to send you the application on PDF. You be a member, you send it to them, you scan it. Either you are going to scan it or you picture, and you be a member for them. So that was how they are moderating the things. But also I realized that language barrier is part of their failure. So I didn't think they have achieved, because most of the people are not aware, especially like Gambia, Senegal, and other side, Guinea-Conakry. you know, and West African countries here, maybe the people around Nigeria or Ghana, they are the people who were aware about this in West Africa here. So things
so there were no notable achievements registered.
Yeah.
Okay, in the course of the 9 years that the previous executive was there. But recently, you were elected to become the newly the president of the union.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the election process. How was it? Were you nominated? How were you elected?
Okay. Well, there in the way I was nominated first, the moment you know, I was embarking into such, you know, programs in the Gambia here, and you know, the information has gone viral. They're able to contact me through that way. So from there, we have discussed a lot, you know, for I to become a member to their union, because, you know, they see that I can play a better role.
When did you join the union?
Just like August.
You joined the union in August?
Yeah, because
this year?
Yeah, because I never...
and you were elected in September?
Yeah, because
That's quite quick.
Yeah, because I was interested to be, you know, part of the membership, and from there they were requesting, okay, who can be a candidate, because I brought an idea the way they can, you know, be formed their executive, because they were how they were, you know, forming their discussing issues under, you know, other programs. It was not normal, and to say the sub-regional representatives and other people from other side, you understand now, for them to discuss. I told them, okay, I think the best way for us to have a single leader throughout Africa who can be the leader across Africa to the youths. So they buy the idea. They say, okay, now each sub-region, I think, can provide a candidate. You understand? And the people around here, West Africa, because it's Ghana and Ivory Coast, I can say, and Togo, they are the people who much know about the union, and they have members there.
So it was not popular in the Gambia?
No,
in West Africa?
Not. Yeah, it was not much here. And they said, okay, Usman, hence you know more politics than us. I think you can be our candidate for West Africa. You understand? So for me, I was embarking, you know, for the South Africa and Central Africa to discuss with those people and to sell my agenda, because I told them the first program which I can able to come, Africans will never be a foreign in Africa.
Okay, we will come to that. So, but why did they think that you are a better suit? Why do they think that you are a better politician? Are you a politician?
No, I'm not a politician. I just joined the politics, but I'm not a politician.
What are you before joining this? I think you were a journalist before.
Yeah, I was a journalist.
Journalist before. Yeah. So I don't know why they believe that you will be a better politician.
Yeah, maybe, you know, the ideas which I bring, you know, to them, forward to them, they know that, okay, this person, if he's given the chance, he is capable to run the union.
So now, when you're elected, what is the organizational structure, and as a union, where do you meet for your meetings, and how often do you meet?
Okay, right now, the moment we join there, we are discussing online, because most of us, we cannot able to meet or to, you know, go directly.
So even the election was done online?
Yeah, it was online. So our platform, you know, the members are just voted there directly. And this issue, like what I can tell you, the moment the election have been conducted, and we have a candidate from South Africa, and we have a candidate from Central Africa and the eastern part. You understand? So those candidates, and I was a candidate for West Africa. Okay. So I imagine, you know, as the victorious. And now the program we have, you know, come up with, the first thing I realized, the executive who were there, what are we going to do? Just to remove them, you know, to stop them from being, you know, with us. Because if we continue with them, maybe they are going to block us in other things. So that's why we just, you know, suspended them or cancel them, you know, remove them from our program.
Okay, you came in. So right now you are telling me that there is no organizational structure in place.
Yeah. So
as we speak.
Yeah, as I was speaking to you, we are, you know, ensuring that everything is going intact. As of now, I and the head of the secretariat, we are the only two people who are running the union as of now.
Those are the only two positions available?
Available as of now.
They were the only ones nominated? The president and the head of the secretariat?
No, they were secretariat, head of secretariat, like the sub-regional representatives and other members. But as of now, what I'm telling, like the executive members, it's only I and the head of the secretariat. Because like the moment I get in, what I have done, dissolve the sub-regional representative and to close other sub-regional, outlets. So
but why was that? Why was the need to dissolve? I mean, you came into office less than a week and you dissolve all the other
highest rankers portfolios, because they didn't able to do nothing. For almost like 9 years, as you said, from 2015 to 2024. So for us, we have a better idea. You understand?
So you dissolved?
Yeah, so we dissolved them. We come up with our own idea, because if we have new members, new executive, we think that when we bring an idea, those people will buy the idea and we can put it across. But for them, if we bring an idea and they know that they were not having that idea, maybe they are going to block us.
So you dissolved them because you believed that they were unproductive?
Yes.
That was the reason why you dissolved them. But do you have the power? Do you have a constitution, your union?
Yes.
So the constitution gave you the power to dissolve the sub-secretariats?
You cannot able to work with them.
If you cannot?
Yeah, and the constitution says that if you are like an executive member, you are not able to run your part almost like for 2 years. You are entitled to be dissolved. The constitution gives the power to the president to remove you from that portfolio.
How about if the president underperform? How about if you underperform?
Okay, no, for us, like the president is the sub-regional secretariat online with the head of the secretariat, because they're the one who's going to choose that party.
The secretariat.
Now, those are the people who are going to oversee the president. So if
the secretariat oversees.
Yeah.
Okay, the presidency.
So,
okay.
Because now those people, they are the one who, like for West Africa, if they need something, and the president didn't able to provide what they need, and maybe they will discuss among them. They say, this president is just there for himself, for a self-interest. You understand? And we think we can, just remove him in power, or we can wait for the next election to remove him. You understand? So that's how.
What is the time limit? Maximum time limit?
Yeah. As of now, it's 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, but we will
so you'll be the president for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
That is if you perform. If you underperform, you are going to be removed.
Yes, probably.
They have the powers.
Yes, they have the powers.
I just hope that you will not be removed because you underperformed. I mean, the first thing you did when you came into office was to dissolve all the other sub-regional secretariats because you believed that they were unproductive.
Yes.
So I just hope that...
and also to close the sub-regional outlets.
You also closed the sub-regional outlets.
Yeah.
So I want to believe that the African Youth Union is affiliated to an organization, the African Union or something like that. Because of what you mentioned, you have a huge task ahead of you, and it's not an easy thing. So are you affiliated with the African Union?
African
AU?
No, AU, no, that is not yet. That's why one of the programs why we dissolve those people, because for them in 9 years, they cannot able to meet most of the leaders. And this program is not for I alone, and it's not for you. It's not for the president him. So those people are saying, okay, we are here to stand for the youth. And now if you are saying that you have to stand for the youth in my front, neither you are not going to stand for myself after in my behind, in my absence. You understand? So it doesn't mean, like maybe you're going to serve as my enemy. So now if you say, okay, you are standing for myself as a president, so for us, our program is to meet him, to discuss with him what is the solution to ensure that the youth, African youth have gained benefit from the African government. So for them, they were not able to do that almost 9 years. And now for us, we have a program to meet the chairman of OAU and other executive members, especially Raila Odinga, and other people also, and from ECOWAS too. So before that, even the Gambian government, first of all, like His Excellency President Adama Barrow, was the Minister of Youth, Bakary Baji. So everybody, we are to involve them into this issue to ensure that the African youths have benefited from the African government.
So you think it will be productive? Because there is already an organization or union called the Pan-African Union, which is actually affiliated to the African Union.
Yeah.
So, well, I am optimistic. I want to believe that this will really work out for you.
Yeah.
But without which I doubt whether this would really be something that is productive.
Yeah.
But let us move on. Let us now talk about the institutional reforms that you have or put in place. You did mention that now you dissolve all the sub-regional secretariats right now.
Yeah.
So what are the resources available to actually elect these people into these various positions?
Yeah, that's why, I promised my people that in 4 months, probably, because I'm a Gambian and I know most of the people in West Africa here, and in this program, I'm not going to just select some of the members, especially like the executive from West Africa. I'm not expected to do that. So at least I have to be related with the other sub-regional members.
Yeah, it's Africa.
Across Africa, because hence we have accepted to have one leader, one national flag, one logo, and even to fight for the African youth for the entire. So we have to involve, everybody. So right now, engaging with the South African people, like sometimes they can speak, Portuguese and French. So communication, we have sometimes language barrier. You understand? But although I can manage with the French a little bit.
You can speak French?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not fluent.
You are not
with
fluent,
that,
okay.
but I can try. Especially the people of Madagascar, I'm engaging with them. So likewise, the Congo, both Kinshasa and Brazzaville. So from there, when that has been, done, so we can able to quote some of the members. We have already released our online application program whereby.
Yeah, whereby?
Okay. The members who are interested, they can, join us. You understand? So that's why, if you know that you are interested, when you join us, we will see the requirements. How are we going to select you, or where are we going to put you in which portfolio? You understand? So that's why.
So you're saying that you open a website right now, and that website, it's meant to for people to register from across the board.
To know that the interested people, because we cannot just call you, say, Julde, we want you to be a member with us. Either you are interested, maybe you are going to think something.
So what is the membership requirement? So anyone who is interested can just go ahead and register?
No. You have to be an African first.
An African?
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there, you have to at least have 6 months, under this youth, training. Understand? So, and also you have to be between under 18 to 40 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So that can give you the requirements to be a member for us. So our aims and objective is to unite the African youth. Also to be to serve as an intermediate between the youth and the government. Fully to create an employment opportunity, we have to observe which employment opportunity can benefit for the African youth in each country. If you feel like Gambia here is business, you can bring a business here, give the youth. You understand? So we can able to do that.
So you mentioned that part of your objective it's to build youth economy advancement in youth social welfare, and you said also Africans will never be foreigners in their own land.
Yeah.
That is a huge task for you and your team. How are you going to achieve this within 4 months?
Okay.
4 months is just around the corner.
Yeah, that one, as
you think
I
this
said,
is
no,
achievable?
I'm not saying right now an African will never be a foreign in their land. So that is our target.
How are you going to go about that?
Okay, so that's one.
I mean, it's something that even ECOWAS, it's something that the African Union has been battling with for years.
Yeah,
so
for them, for us and them, we are different. We have our own, strategy.
What strategy?
Yeah, so and tactics.
How different are you?
Yeah, so the things like here for us, how we think that is going to work. Because we bring an idea, say, telling the African people that let them have just a recall back, like U.S. They have 52 states, and they have 52 stars on their flag. So likewise, our flag also, we have 54 countries, 54 states in Africa. And now we have 54 national flags. So that each country represents, to our national flag. You understand? Now there, why the white people use this politics to differentiate us? Because I have never heard in U.S. there is a nationality of New York. You are a nationality from New York or Chicago or Washington. I think they are going to say an American nationality.
Yeah, I'm an American.
Good. So,
I'm
but
an African.
We are not from Chicago or Washington.
Yeah.
Why they, come up with the African and telling them, okay, you can be a Gambian, nationality, or Guinean nationality, or Senegalese nationality. Why you can't put an African nationality?
But I think
So
that the onus
so
lies on Africans now.
Yes.
I mean, we have gotten our independence for so many decades now. So it's left to us, the Africans. I mean, we've been blaming the colonial masters for far too long.
Yes.
I think the onus lies, with us as African youths to actually make the wrongs right now.
Yeah. So that's
how are we going to do that? We can't achieve that with blame
open
games.
a dialogue between us,
Absolutely,
we the Africans.
Yeah.
Because the old people, they are there. We are not thinking that they are going to remain there.
Yeah.
We are the youths who are coming up. And also we are not going to remain as youth. Tomorrow we are the future leaders. You understand? But when we come up with this idea to sensitize them, we the Africans, we have to unite, to connect. When they get up with that idea, we have to unite. As of now, we said we are going to have a single leader.
Unity.
Yeah.
How are you going to achieve that? That's what I'm asking. Like, how are you going to ensure that we speak under one voice?
Yes.
Like I said, it's something that the African Union have been trying for far too long. They could not achieve it.
The
ECOWAS region have been trying that. The African Continental Free Trade Area, it's here for far too long. It cannot be materialized. The ECO has been here.
You know the problem of Africa.
Okay.
I will come and just discuss with you this one.
Okay.
If I go back, I go ahead with my own opinion.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. So, but I think if for us now, the people whom we are having, we have collaborated. We say, okay, when we speak this one, we have our constitution, which is, guiding us. I think that one will work. Right now, like as I'm telling you, everybody have accepted within our union members that I'm the leader. Either you are a South African or you are Central Africa or from West Africa. Hadn't they don't accept that. It will be very difficult for I to discuss with them.
Okay. So you believe that now you can achieve that unity among young people in Africa?
Yeah, I'm given the opportunity to meet those people, in person, and either the government or the Minister of Youth or whoever, that when we raise this point to them, and we can achieve what we want. So
you mentioned quite huge objectives that you want to achieve in your tenure as the president, which is build a youth economy. How are you going to go about this without resources? Do you have anywhere to get resources from?
No, right now we cannot say that we have where we can get the resources, because the thing is we need to get the patriots first. When we get the patriots, I think resources will come. They will come? Yeah.
So how are you going to get the patriots?
Yeah, that we will come out and to sensitize.
It's like I am sensing, Mr. Jallow, that you're not any different, or young people are not any different from the old people. Like you're doing what the old people have been doing. Like, okay, we believe this is going to happen. That is going to happen. We need this to have this. But is there any tangible plans? What you're basing this is on, okay, we need to have patriotic citizens, or we need to have patriotic Africans. We need to have Africans who are loyal, Africans who are ready to unite. Yes. But how about if they are not ready to unite as Africans? I mean, then it means all these plans, all these objectives that you set out to achieve, it's not going to be feasible.
No, where you said they are not going to unite, no, that one obviously I think
you are optimistic.
Yeah,
that the unity would be achieved. Yeah, I'm optimistic too. Trust me. I am optimistic that things would work out.
Yeah, because
well.
For us, as of now, we have planned to get at least 7 members from each country.
Okay.
When we get those members, we are going to ensure that those members has benefited from under this union.
Okay.
And through that, maybe the government, their government or whoever, just as I tell you, we are going to engage the government to ensure that the African youths have benefited from the African government.
Governments, okay.
Rather than, these African youths embarking on this illegal migration or drug. And we are seeing like some of the people are moving from other continents, coming to our continent,
Africa,
to engage our leaders, to say, okay, I don't need your, your people in my area. So that really shocked us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to put an end to that?
No, yes. Because now maybe
okay.
yes. Because we want to put an end with that. We also, we the Africans, we will believe we have where we are. You understand? And we know what we can do.
Sure.
So that's I think we will able to
achieve that.
Yeah, to achieve what what we are.
Okay, Mr. Jallow, thank you very much for coming on the Youth Dialogue, and we wish you all the best of luck in your endeavor as the president of the African Youth Union. And, we will knock your doors. You made a promise to the African youths, and we are not going to relent in our quest to ensure that African youths are united, we are one, and we achieve our set goals and objectives, as individuals of Africa, as proud citizens of Africa. So, yeah, we will engage you in our subsequent programs, inshallah Rabbi. And thank you very much for coming. Viewers, we will take a short commercial break. When we return, the program continues. To stay tuned.
Have you been looking for the perfect indoor router with long-range Wi-Fi coverage and faster internet speed connecting all your smart devices? Well, we present to you the QCell Indoor Router, a router that has all you need and much more. For just $4,275, you can get 4G plus internet speed, wide coverage, and connect up to 15 devices. That's not all. The indoor router can be used for both office and home needs. So, enhance your internet experience with our indoor router. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunubus, we innovate, others follow.
Q Money and Orange Money has just made money transfer easier. Now you can send money from Gambia to Senegal directly from your Q Money wallet. So what are you waiting for? Get your Q Money account now and start sending money to your friends and families through Orange Money in Senegal now. For more information, call our customer care on 133. Q Money, Sunu Kalpe. Terms and conditions apply.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. QCell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
Introducing the all-new Q Mobile. Rediscover the essence of mobile communication with a device that brings you back to basics: quality, simplicity, and reliability. The Q Mobile is designed to fit seamlessly into your life, offering essential features without the fuss. 72-hour battery life, keeping you connected longer. Listen to news, prayers, or your favorite shows with the FM radio on Q Phone. A built-in torchlight, always ready when you need it, memory card slot for expandable storage, and dual SIM capability for flexibility and convenience. Why wait? Step into any of our care centers today and get your hands on the most affordable phone for just $600. Plus, enjoy a bonus package of 300 minutes talk time and 300 SMS spread over 3 months. Absolutely free. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Boss. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply. Introducing the Q Smart and Q Smart Plus, where innovation meets affordability. Capture life's precious moments with stunning clarity thanks to our high-resolution cameras. Enjoy uninterrupted performance with a fast processor and a long-lasting battery that keeps up with your day. The Q Smart offers a 5.9-inch immersive display, powerful performance, and an all-day battery life. all for just $3,400. Plus get an incredible bundle of 15 gigabytes of data, 120 minutes of talk time, and 300 SMS absolutely free. Upgrade to the QSmart Plus featuring a faster processor and extended battery life and a larger 6.5-inch screen for just $4,000. With it, you receive a massive 30 gigabytes of data, 300 SMS, and 120 minutes of talk time completely free. All bundles are spread across a 3-month period. Don't miss out. Get your QSmart or QSmart Plus from QCell today. Discover the best in quality and value right here in the Gambia. Available at all QCell customer care centers across the country. For more information, call 111. QCell's the new boss. We innovate, others follow.
Hello, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is the Youth Dialogue coming to you live from our studios on Kairaba Avenue, and I am your host, Jules Denjai. We were talking about leadership in Africa, and I had the newly elected president of the African Youth Union, and you know, we talked about his plans, policies he has for young people of Africa. So this time around, I am joined by Baba Waidabo, and also Mati Dakoma. They are the Chevening alumni. Did I get it right? Chevening. I got it right. Yes. Okay, you should clap for me. Good evening, Baba and Matida.
Thank you for having us.
Welcome to the Youth Dialogue.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
You're most welcome. So, Baba, I will start with you. No, I will start with Matida. Ladies first. Talk to us about this fellowship. What is it about?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Julde, and good evening, beautiful viewers. The Chevening Scholarship is a UK government scholarship that is funded by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Organization. It's for leaders from the 160 plus countries that Chevening is a partner to. It's offered to young leaders who are being offered master's program to study for 1 year in the UK, and they are meant to go study, come back, and influence both policy and development work within their countries. So it's basically an opportunity where you learn in one of the best schools in the UK, and an opportunity for you to network and have professional connections with great professors from your school. You have the opportunity to also interact and enjoy the UK culture, and also have a prestigious alumni of almost 60,000 people, where you can build up your network and have so much connection when it comes to your professional career and development in your area of specialization. So I'll say the Chevening Scholarship is really an amazing opportunity that young people of the Gambia can use to build up their skills, hone their professional life in the career goals that they anticipate to be, and become influential people to change the development trajectory of the country.
Interesting. So, Baba, talk to us about the selection criteria or criterion that was used for you people to be selected, and what does it take for someone sitting out there and you want to be a fellow but you don't know how to go about it?
Oh, thank you so much, Gilda, for having us. And I think Marty will talk about the Chevening in depth.
Yeah.
So to all prospective scholars, Chevening is for everyone. They provide equal opportunity to everyone, regardless of who you are, regardless of your gender, people with disability. So it is open to all prospective people. So the selection criteria is first you need to apply, and then they select you based on these 4 points. That is, they want to select you based on your leadership and influence. They want to know your leadership skills. They want leaders, people who are, of course, are doing amazing well in their communities. And here they want to know what leadership means to you and how do you use your leadership skills to make impact in your community. So in that, you need to write an essay of 500 words minimum, maximum 500 words. They want to know your leadership and influence. Also, they are interested to know your networking skills and relationship building skills.
how do you use your network to impact change, how do you use your network to support yourself, but also to, change the life of other people. Another requirements that they will check in your selection criteria is they want to know why do you want to go to UK? Obviously, it is to study. They want to know your courses, the impact of those courses to you as an individual and to your community. What are the benefits of those courses to your country? And also, they want to know your career goal. They want to know your short-term goals, and they want to know your long-term goals. So these are the criteria that they will use, and then obviously it is open. Once you apply and you meet all these requirements, you will be evaluated, and then you can be lucky to be selected for the scholarship.
And the fields, does it mean anyone can apply? It doesn't matter the field you are in, communications or probably a journalist, someone who wants to embark on this very interesting and fascinating journey. Or there are exceptions to that?
No, that's the beauty about Chevening. It is open to all causes.
Okay.
In fact, you are the one who will tell Chevening that this is what I want to study. So all you need to do is to write a very compelling essay to tell them that the significance of that course to you as an individual and to your community.
And the impact
it will make to your community. So it's open to everyone. They did not tell you that in fact, if you look at the scholars, they range from different programs, some into economics, gender, communication, STEM, everywhere. So journalists.
Because I'm saying that most of the priority now is given to people who study in the STEM field.
No, that is Chevening is open. It's open to all. As long as you can be able to defend to say this course is important to you, to your career, and then also to your community, you can apply.
So, Matilda, what was something that was unique to warrant them to take you? What were you doing prior to this?
All right. I am a women's rights advocate. I had over 10 years, decade, advocating for the advancement and rights of women and girls in my community. And I must say that aligned with my course of study, which was gender and development. So it was literally building my skills in that area so that I can come back to create more impact in my communities. So I'm a co-founder of a young women-led organization, the Girls Agenda, which works in promoting the rights and welfare of women in our communities. So it's really a tough process.
It is.
So as Baba mentioned, you have to be really compelling in your essay to really, influence their decision to take you. So it's more about you telling them what you anticipate to get out of the program and what impact that will create on you as an individual and the community and the country that you represent. Because at the end of the day, you're coming back to Gambia to work. And, that requires you understanding what you want and what aligns with the government's priorities, the UK government's priorities in the Gambia too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, Baba, what were you doing?
The same, I think. So, I think what Matilda said, of course, I'm a youth leader and also a civil servant. But just to tell people that Chevening is not only for those into youth work. If you look at it, all what they need is, one of the key things is you need to have 2 years experience, work experience. Yes, that's like 2,800 hours within 2 years. So in that, you can be a youth leader, you can be working in the public sector, private sector, even voluntary organization.
It's also included.
Yes, included in the
because I
work
was worried when
experience.
you said 2 years work experience, and we know some of them undergraduates have little or no experience.
Yeah, so while you are doing your undergraduate, you are into student leadership, right? Or even you are doing internship. It can be either paid or even unpaid internship, right? It can be even voluntary work. So long you put there how many hours, and it's up to 2,800. 2,800 you are eligible to do. So it doesn't mean that Chevening is for people who have like 10 years, 15 years, or people who are well known. They want leaders. So long you are able to demonstrate your leadership skills, and you also write a very compelling essay to say that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to achieve. And you use, strategies to write this thing, tell them your story, right? And obviously you'll be eligible. So personally, like I said, youth leadership, student leadership, public sector, that's about me.
So long as we are not copying, it shouldn't be copycats.
Yeah,
lots of copycats.
Yeah, because obviously they have zero tolerance to plagiarism and everything. So you need to be original. In fact, you need to be authentic. Okay,
I think
for
that's
and
the
you
goal.
need to be realistic. For
Trust me,
instance,
yeah.
in your essays.
We are all unique in our own individual ways, and we
Yeah.
can all effect change in our own individual ways.
Sure.
And you know, just to add, it's like the essays are all interlinked. So it's like it has to be a true story of what you intend to achieve. What are your career
Yeah,
paths?
if
What
not
are your
at some-
aspirations?
yeah.
Because when you look at leadership, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to hold position of power.
Yeah.
But it's like it can be inbuilt. What do you do within your community to create a change
Sure.
that will bring about positive impact? So that aligns with your networking. How would you use that leadership skill to network with professionals? Because we have almost a pool of 60,000 alumni Chevening scholars. So how will you use your position to network, to tap more resources or more professional, you know, guidance in your career path? That leads to your study goal and your career path. So it's like it has to be true to yourself. You have to be true, open, and ensure that these things flow in a chronological order, because they are all interrelated.
Yeah.
So
Shouldn't
if
get
it's not something that is
disconnected.
real, it's not something that is
You
true,
struggle.
you will struggle,
yeah.
and it doesn't necessarily flow, because what pleases you or what makes you happy should be seen in what you're doing. Yeah.
So since you now went and you came back, but before that, let us exhaust all these things. So I am already excited to really be one of the fellows, and I hope that Nima will help me to also apply and be one of the fellows. So part of the requirements, so is undergraduate. Once you complete your undergraduate studies and all of that, does it mean that it's only for Gambian students?
Like you said, Chevening we have up to 180 countries that are into Chevening. So once the undergraduate is, you must have undergraduate, because that is going to be, that's a requirement to enter in UK university. It's a prerequisite.
And it's
so
only for master's degree?
It's for master's degree, 1 year program. You cannot choose for 2-year master's degree program. And also, you can be outside. You can be a Gambian outside the Gambia. And you do, bachelor's degree in a particular country and you apply for a scholarship. So long you are a Gambian, you are eligible to apply Chevening under the Gambian category. So it doesn't mean, we have instances others are studying outside. In fact, they applied for the scholarship. You know, they were given the opportunity to tell you that it is open to all prospective people. They even had the opportunity to do the interview online, and they were lucky. So long you can defend your case, and then, like you said, your ACS is very important. You need to be coherent. You know, you need to be realistic, and then you need to show results. You know, like for example, if you have to do anything, you want to write on leadership and influence, you use this STAR approach to ensure that anything that you're doing, you know, you put it in a situational form. The task that is assigned to you, the action that you do, and the results. So this is always the case that you need to do. And regardless, you can be outside and then you applied for it. But obviously, there are others that are not, eligible. For instance, if you are a British citizen, you are not, eligible to apply for the scholarship, or you have like refugee status, and then if you don't have the minimum work experience for 2 years.
So
and it's very easy as young people. We have a lot of youngsters in the Gambia. Almost all young people who have youth work. In fact, Chevening is so friendly to you that we said voluntary, unpaid internship, paid internship. Obviously, once you are in school, we know that all of us, when you're in senior school, university, we of course engage in 1 or 2 activities. So put it there. But one of the errors that they will do is, for instance, if I said I work for QTV from 2020 to 2021, and I repeat that again just to have that 2,800. That repetition can be, minor errors. That of course it is going to. In fact, the eligibility is designed in a way that once you put it in the system, if you are not eligible, the system will flag it up. Yeah, it can continue. So that is how lovely it is. But your work counts, work hour rate counts is obviously something that, that is your responsibility. So you should be very mindful of it.
Yeah, I think we should all strive to do better in our own individual ways for our communities. It doesn't matter if you're paid for it or not paid for it. It's good that we all contribute in our own little ways to shape the lives of other people. So talk to us about your experience. How has it been for you to be a Chevening Fellow?
I say it was one of the most amazing opportunities that I had, frankly speaking. And I'll have to say this, like Chevening, it's amazing. because it's an opportunity that, like, I applied for the first year, and let me tell you this, I was 7 months pregnant when I was awarded the scholarship.
Wow.
So you could imagine I was like in dilemma, what do I do? But Chevening is so accommodative and inclusive of everyone regardless. And there was an opportunity for me to defer my course that year, and I'll be awarded the following year, provided I get the admission still in my chosen university. So I could imagine the time that I got the scholarship and thinking about whether I'll lose it or not. That came to me as a surprise, to be honest. And I wasn't expecting that they had that opportunity to cater for the needs of women in that reproductive, phase of their lives. Yeah, so it was really amazing. I went to the University of Sussex at Brighton, and it was enriching. It was tough, yes, because it's just 1 year, and you had like things were just flowing, readings here and there. But again, what was really astonishing for me was meeting up with key scholars in development studies, because I studied at the Institute of Development Studies, and I had the opportunity to meet Robert Chambers, one of the key thinkers in development studies. So that was really an amazing, it was an amazing highlight of my Chevening journey, because we read about him when we were studying undergraduate, and I being in the same room with him on different workshops that are being created at the school was the highlight of my Chevening.
That's like a dream come true.
A dream come true. And I was like, am I really seeing Robert Chambers face to face, direct in the same hall, him giving us lectures, guidance and development work. So that was my Chevening highlight. It was really amazing, and I really loved the UK culture. Yeah, it was really nice, to be honest.
It was really nice.
Yes.
Okay, I can't wait to experience it too.
Sure.
So, Baba, what stood out for you during the course of your studies?
Yeah, like she said, everybody have different experience, but naturally, UK, obviously, universities are amazingly well, especially
You went to the same university?
No, I went to the Cranfield University.
Oh, okay.
So the beauty is you can choose any university
of your choice.
Yes, so during your application, you just need to choose 3 different universities and you apply, or you apply for 3 different courses, 3 different programs. It can be 1 university, 3 different programs, or 3 different universities, 3 different programs. So, but you need to have...
Really? They give you that opportunity as well?
Yes. So
3 different programs?
3 different programs, but you need to have your first choice, second choice and third choice.
Okay.
So the idea is you need to have 1 unconditional offer in any of your 3 chosen universities before the deadline. So that's the beauty about Chevening. So I go to the best school in my discipline. I studied procurement and supply chain management at Cranfield University. Cranfield, the thing is, we call it the specialist in postgraduate education in UK. So they're a university that deals with only masters and PhD. So they focus on research. The university is designed for research, education. So personally, the highlight is I was able to connect with different people. And the beauty is, I mean, the Chevening brand alone is something. If you tell people you're a Chevening scholar, you know, they accommodate you, they welcome you. That's the beauty about the scholarship.
Okay.
So, and then it helps you to say, okay, it makes you to be focused. It makes you to say, okay, this is Chevening, I'm carrying this weight, I'm carrying this load. So, I mean, I was able to go to the university of my choice and then learn new areas, I mean, new imagining issues in procurement and supply chain management. And this knowledge and skills are really helping me with my current job. And I was able to interact with people, leaders in my discipline, who of course are now my mentors and are guiding me a lot in the process.
What are you doing differently?
Oh, what am I?
Procurement, we know that we have a lot of procurement issues there in this country.
So, I mean,
what are you doing differently in the procurement side? Tell us the Baba.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of the, it's everything. Like, if you look at the QTV here, I mean, 70 or 60% of your job or everything that you're doing are related to procurement. So if they are not effectively and efficiently done, it's going to definitely affect your cash flow. Is going to. So differently, what I do, I ensure that my institutions spend judiciously in a right way, and generally to ensure that we have value for money. And besides, I'm working with the Vulnerable Youth and Women Support Project on the AFDB.
Wow.
So I And so I know she'll be happy. There's this gender parity in my procurement, and generally to make sure that my institution procure the right goods and service, and at the right time, with the right supplier, at the right place.
We need that, the right time, the right goods.
Mm-hmm.
Not something like double clicking and then everything, fee goes skyrocketing and you can't even understand how this is skyrocketing. So Matilda, tell us, how is this going to shape your life, going forward now that you're here, you learned what you needed to learn? What are you going to do differently as far as the line of your work is concerned?
Basically, I'll say I'm an old alumni. I've been in the 2019-2020 cohort, but I'll say since I returned back, I've really seen progress in my career goal and aspirations. I worked for the university when I was leaving, and when I came back, I was pushed to the research directorate, where we conduct consultancies, research, and which will inform policy. So I've really worked on some consultancies that are really in for the Gambian population, the Gambian women. Basically, my thesis when I was studying was on women's political participation, and I'll say I'm really working in trying to engage and put up scholarly articles.
You have a big
yeah. So when I was at the university, I worked with funding from an organization on developing a gender policy for political parties, and we're still working on seeing how best that could be used to ensure that we have more women participating in both elected positions in parliament, in local governance. So I'll say that is one career prospect that I'm working at, and also at the Girls Agenda. We continuously work on the advancement of women's rights. I know there are a series of things that are being done at that level, but again, you will see that we've gained more partnership, more funding opportunities based on the project proposals that we write. And also another beauty thing about the Chevening scholarship is, like, as alumni, you have the opportunity when you come back to access funding. And currently, together with other alumni, the Girls Agenda has won an alumni funding project proposal from the British High Commission, which is on bridging the gap, on gender-based violence issues. So those are all opportunities that you get as an alumni when you come back. So we're tapping into those opportunities to work at the grassroots level to influence policy and also empower the young women and girls to know their rights and ensure that these rights are something that is given to them. So it's a whole lot of opportunities that we've seen. There's career advancement, there is growth in both in our career and also professionally with the networks that we are building within the alumni itself.
Yo, Matilda, I will have you back. This is so interesting. Seriously, I'll have you back. So, but when is the next intake?
The application is open.
Okay.
And it will close on November 5th.
5th
of November. So you can apply.
So those of you who have not applied, you still stand a chance to.
Yeah, it's open until November 5th, but it is a process, like you said. So what we'll advise is start applying. If you do not procrastinate, because remember, is like out of, for example, 500, they'll just take 1%. For instance, last year they took only 5 people, 5 Gambians, right? And this year they took 6. So who knows next year? So it's better you start applying.
It could be less.
Yes, it could be less depending on the funding and everything. But the application is open. You can apply until November 5th. But the idea and the advice is don't procrastinate. Start applying now, because you need to write essays and like 4 different essays. And these essays are obviously basic that they will select you. It's one of the key requirements that they will select you. So like, for instance, if you apply at the end of the day.
Okay. The enemy of progress. Gabu, why are you doing this? Thank you very much for coming, Matilda. Thank you, Baba. I really appreciate your coming here and to discuss this very important topic with the young people out there. I am sure that you learned a lot from this thing, and feel free to reach out to them if you have any questions or queries or whatever, or reach out to me, better still, or to QTV News at qtv.gm for all your inquiries, and I will link you up with these people for, you know, for your opportunity. Be the next big thing. Thank you very much. Until we come your way next week for another interesting edition. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.